Nobody can go back and start a new beginning, but anyone can start today and make a whole new ending. Hi everyone! In today's video, I would like to share with you 10 things I wish I knew before starting university. This advice ranges from study techniques to successful habits, how to read your teachers, and even recommendation letters. Basically, these are things any and all students not only should know, but have to know. So if you don't want to make the same mistakes I did, keep on watching. Number 1, begin with the end in mind. Now, this is not something I alone wholeheartedly believe in, but it is also something discussed in this book by Stephen Covey. It is called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Highly recommend. Awesome. Look ahead and go backwards. If you are an undergraduate psych student like I was, and you want to pursue a master's in clinical psychology, before you start your U1, or hey, even during your summer break, start looking at the selection criteria and what the reviewers or the professors or the selection committee is looking for to accept you to get into that grad school and program of your dreams. Because trust me, nothing hurts quite as much as being in your last year of your bachelor's, looking at the selection criteria and realizing that you don't have everything they're looking for, that you're falling short, and that surprise, surprise, you needed 4 recommendation letters and you only have 1. Number 2, not everything is important. Now, personally, I think the top 2 mistakes undergrad students do, we doubt ourselves because, new environment. And number 2, we stop using our brain. Let me explain. I know it sounds harsh, but when we read as undergrads, we see so much information. Everything is new, right? So you don't know much when you first start. And so you believe that everything is important and you start highlighting like mad. This is when I tell you to just USA, my friend, and put yourself in the shoes of a teacher. When you read, always keep in mind, if I were a teacher, would I put this on an exam? It's important to think critically when you read. There's no shame in it. Speak to your professors if you're scared. And again, use this and this. Trust your gut. Number 3, bring the slides to class. I figured this out in my last year, and OMG, my hand would have been very thankful for this. Think about it. When you're in class and you look around you, the toppers or the A students do something along the lines of, the teacher's talking and they're just there, not doing anything while you're rushing to write everything down. They're just there listening, and then all of a sudden they write something down and then they stop, and then they listen, and then they write something down and then they stop. What do they know that you don't? I'm about to tell you. They don't listen to write down what's already on the slides. They listen at how the teacher voices out and presents and postures themselves when they speak. They listen for what's extra on the slides they brought to class. If you have PowerPoint slides or notes or papers or business case or case studies that the professors give you beforehand, print them out, read them, and then go to class. Number 4, grades aren't the whole picture. A clear example of this is a 4.0 student that didn't get accepted into a master's because they had 0 extra activities versus a student that had 2.7 on 4.0 but had research experience, publications, lab work, volunteering. Do not go into university focusing 1 billion% of your time, energy, and effort into your grades. I know they're important, they are. I'm not gonna say they're completely irrelevant, but try to find a balance because you need both. Gonna tell you, like I said in point 1, begin with the end in mind, and you'll find it's not only grades they're looking for. Number 5, recommendation letters is one of the things they're looking for. Every time you take the initiative to work in a laboratory, do some TAing, do some volunteer work during the summer, make sure when you leave, you ask for a recommendation letter. Always. You need them. Accumulate them. As many as you can possibly get them all. You don't only need them to apply to grad school, but you will need them for internships. Worst case scenario, if you don't want to stay in school for that long, you can have them for your jobs. Nothing looks as awesome as having a CV and having like 2 recommendation letters in a pack. That is impressive. You need to get on this. Number 6, mini goals. What I learned the hard way is to chunk up everything I have to do and set weekly mini goals because it makes the material and everything so much more manageable. It is insane. Please at least try it out once. You'll see that they are more achievable than big bada boom goals, and you'll feel less intimidated and less likely to binge study when that midterm comes. Number 7, the hunt for supervisors. Again, a big mistake I did is the first teacher that said, yes, come do an internship, come work in my lab, etc., etc., I forgot to ask him, do you supervise grad students? After 2 years, I found out that no. And the poor soul actually applied to be able to supervise me as a grad student, and the university refused him because he didn't have enough research and he wasn't that involved in just the research field. So when I applied to my master's without the supervisor, what do you think happened? Didn't get in. Number 8, reading your professors. I promise I will make an entire video on how to read your teacher's body language. Give this video a thumbs up if you think that's a good idea. If not, I won't do it. I'm telling you. Thumbs up or it's a no. You have to practice this. It's an essential skill as a student on how to listen and see teachers effectively. It will save you a lot of pain, a lot of confusion, and you're gonna be a pro at it, I promise you. Number 9, ditch the highlighters. I know a lot of you might disagree with me on this, but chances are the people that disagree on me on this is that they pair highlighting with another technique. Highlighting should not be a standalone study method or reading method. You need to pair it with something else. Now, I did an entire video on 10 active reading techniques that you can use. Check it out. Pick one of those plus highlighting and you will see it will be so much more effective and you won't have that zombie highlighting syndrome where you just blindly highlight everything and everything's yellow. And finally, number 10, something that nobody likes to hear, especially students, and that is study a bit every day. There's no escaping this. You have to do a bit of work every single day. Consistency is key. If you're struggling with staying consistent, again, video for you. No excuse. Be consistent in your studying. It forms habits. If you do something repeatedly, tiny bit by tiny bit, it forms successful habits. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to me if you like what you see because I post school videos every Thursday.